It's Monday night in Arlington, Texas. Bright lights, loud crowd, and two NFC teams searching for a pulse. The Cowboys enter at 3-4-1, fighting to stay relevant in the East, while the Cardinals limp in at 2-5, still chasing identity after a week off. But this one isn't about standings, it's about survival. For Arizona, Jacoby Brissett once again takes the reins. He's thrown for nearly 600 yards and 4 touchdowns over his last 2 starts, showing poise behind a patchwork line that's let him hit the turf far too often. Brissett's game isn't flashy. It's patient, rhythmic, methodical. His top weapon, tight end Trey McBride, remains his security blanket, carving space underneath while the run game struggles to find traction. Across the field stands Dak Prescott. 16 touchdowns, just 5 picks, leading one of the league's most explosive offenses. But last week in Denver, Dak looked human again, held to 188 yards, and picked off twice. Behind him, a Dallas defense ranked near the bottom in every major category continues to collapse. Once feared, now fractured. Dallas can score, but they can't stop anyone. Arizona can grind, but they won't quit. The crowd will roar for Dallas, but the numbers whisper something else. When systems break, values flip. And today's AI pick is the Arizona Cardinals plus 3.5. Will we cash or will we burn? Now, let's move into our next segment. Did we cash or did we burn? Where we review our AI picks from Week 9 and break down how the system performed. Welcome to Did We Cash or Did We Burn, our next segment. Our AI pick for the 1 p.m. game was Texans minus 1.5 against the Denver Broncos. For most of the afternoon, that pick looked sharp. Houston's defense opened strong, holding Denver scoreless in the first quarter, while Kaimi Fairbairn's leg built a steady 15-7 lead. Then everything flipped. C.J. Stroud left early with a concussion, and backup Davis Mills couldn't move the chains. 6 straight punts, 0 rhythm, the offense frozen in place. Bo Nix and the Broncos clawed back. The clock bled down, the crowd rose, and Will Lutz drilled a 34-yarder at the gun to steal it 18-15. They had the lead, they had the read, until the quarterback fell. So, did we cash or did we burn? We burned on this one. The AI takes the loss and turns the page to the next game. It was the Falcons taking on the Patriots in Foxborough, a cold, late-season grind between an AFC contender and a visiting team fighting for traction. Our AI pick for this matchup was Falcons plus 4.5. The final score, Patriots 24, Falcons 23. Quarterback Michael Penix Jr. threw for 222 yards and 3 touchdowns, keeping Atlanta in the game from start to finish. His final strike to Drake London made it a 1-point contest, but kicker Parker Romo missed the extra point wide right, sealing the loss. Drake May passed for 259 yards and 2 touchdowns, but also turned the ball over twice as New England barely held on. Atlanta's defense forced pressure all day and had one last drive across midfield before a grounding call ended their comeback. They had the cover, they had the fight, they just didn't have the kick. So, did we cash or did we burn? We cashed. Falcons plus 4.5 covers by the hook. The AI moves to the next game. It was the Panthers and Packers meeting at Lambeau Field. Cold air, tight lines, and a total set at 43.5. Our AI pick for this matchup was over 43.5. The final score, Panthers 16, Packers 13. Despite Carolina's upset win, this game stayed far below the number. Rico Dowdle carried the load for the Panthers, rushing for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Ryan Fitzgerald drilled a 49-yard field goal as time expired to seal it. Jordan Love threw for 273 yards, but Green Bay couldn't finish drives. 2 turnovers, a missed field goal, and multiple red zone stalls killed every chance for scoring flow. Both defenses bent, but refused to break, and what started as a shootout setup turned into a grinder from start to finish. They had the chances, they had the field position, but not the points. So, did we cash or did we burn? We burned. The over never threatened. The AI resets and moves on to the next game.
It was the Chargers and Titans meeting in Nashville, two teams heading in opposite directions, but the number was wide. Our AI pick for this matchup was Titans plus 9.5. The final score, Chargers 27, Titans 20. Tennessee jumped out early with a defensive spark. Cody Barton intercepted Justin Herbert and ran it back for a touchdown. Then Chimere Dike added a 67-yard punt return to give the Titans a 14-7 lead, but the offense couldn't hold it. Herbert recovered, throwing for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and rushing for another while the Chargers dominated time of possession. The Titans' defense sacked Herbert 6 times and hung tough despite missing key starters. Even after being stopped at the 1-yard line, they stayed within a score, and a late field goal brought it to 27-20. They didn't win, but they didn't have to. The number was the safety net. So, did we cash or did we burn? We cashed. Titans plus 9.5 covers clean. The AI holds the line and moves to the next game. It was the Bears and Bengals from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, one of the wildest games of the entire Week 9 slate. Our AI pick for this matchup was Bears minus 2.5. The final score, Bears 47, Bengals 42. This one was pure chaos. Caleb Williams threw for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns, plus caught a scoring pass from DJ Moore in one of the season's craziest offensive showings. Kyle Monangai exploded for 176 yards on the ground as Chicago racked up more than 570 total yards. But it still came down to the wire. Cincinnati's Joe Flacco threw for 470 yards and put the Bengals ahead with less than a minute to play. Then, in the final seconds, Williams hit Colston Loveland for a 58-yard touchdown that sealed it. 7 lead changes, 89 total points, and 1 AI pick that never flinched. They battled, they traded fire, and the system stayed firm. So, did we cash or did we burn? We cashed. Bears minus 2.5 hits. The AI stays hot and moves to the next game. It was the Colts and Steelers at Acrisure Stadium, the AFC's top seed against one of the league's toughest home defenses. Our AI pick for this matchup was Steelers plus 3.5. The final score, Steelers 27, Colts 20. Pittsburgh didn't just cover, they dominated. The defense forced 6 turnovers, including 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles from Daniel Jones, completely flipping the script after back-to-back losses. TJ Watt wrecked the game with a strip sack that set up Jaylen Warren's touchdown, and Peyton Wilson's pick led to another quick strike. Aaron Rodgers played mistake-free, managing the game while the defense handled the rest. For Indianapolis, Jonathan Taylor was bottled up for just 45 rushing yards, and every comeback attempt ended in chaos. The Colts scored late, but the deficit never truly shrank. The line was tight, but the fight wasn't. So, did we cash or did we burn? We cashed. Steelers plus 3.5 covers easily. The AI stays locked and rolls forward.
It was the 49ers and Giants squaring off at MetLife Stadium, San Francisco trying to rebound, New York trying to survive. Our AI pick for this matchup was Giants plus 2.5. The final score, 49ers 34, Giants 24. San Francisco dominated the trenches from start to finish. Christian McCaffrey racked up 173 total yards with a rushing and receiving touchdown, while Brian Robinson Jr. added 95 yards and another score as the 49ers ran the ball nearly 40 times. Quarterback Mac Jones was efficient, completing 19 of 24 passes with 2 touchdowns as San Francisco's offense controlled the pace all afternoon. For the Giants, Jackson Dart threw for 191 yards and 2 late touchdowns, but most of it came after the game was out of reach. Missed tackles, dropped passes, and defensive breakdowns doomed any chance to cover. They had effort but not execution, and against the 49ers, that's never enough. So, did we cash or did we burn? We burned. Giants plus 2.5 never had a pulse. The AI takes the loss and moves on to the next matchup. It was the Vikings and Lions at Ford Field, Minnesota trying to stop the slide, Detroit coming off a bye and looking fresh. Our AI pick for this matchup was Vikings plus 8.5. The final score, Vikings 27, Lions 24. Minnesota didn't just cover, They won outright. J.J. McCarthy threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for another, and made clutch throws late to seal it. The Vikings jumped out early with back-to-back first-quarter touchdowns to Justin Jefferson and T.J. Hawkinson, then leaned on defense and clock control to hold off Detroit's late surge. For the Lions, Jared Goff threw for 284 yards and 2 scores, but penalties and a blocked field goal proved fatal. 10 flags, 5 sacks allowed, and missed chances haunted Detroit all afternoon. The number was never in danger. Minnesota controlled the game, controlled the spread, and closed it out clean. They had the edge, they had the answer, and the model saw it coming. So, did we cash or did we burn? We cashed. Vikings plus 8.5 wins outright.
Through the early slate, the system held its ground. 8 games down, and the numbers are tracking strong. Our record on the 1 p.m. window, 5 wins, 3 losses.
It was the Jaguars and Raiders in Las Vegas, a thriller that went the full distance and then some. Our AI pick for this matchup was Raiders plus 2.5. The final score, Jaguars 30, Raiders 29 in overtime. This game was pure drama from start to finish. Cam Little drilled a record-setting 68-yard field goal to end the first half, and Brock Bowers answered for the Raiders with 3 touchdowns of his own. Late in regulation, the Raiders scored and went for 2. The chance to win it outright. But the attempt was blocked, sending the game to overtime. In the extra frame, Trevor Lawrence guided the Jaguars into field goal range once more, and Little's legs sealed the 30-29 finish. Las Vegas fell short on the scoreboard, but they covered the number, and that's what matters to the model. So, did we cash or did we burn? We cashed. Raiders plus 2.5 covers by 1. The AI grinds out another win in overtime. It was the Saints and Rams at SoFi Stadium. New Orleans reeling, Los Angeles rested and ready. Our AI pick for this matchup was Saints plus 14.5. The final score, Rams 34, Saints 10. This one was never close. Matthew Stafford carved up the Saints secondary for 281 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 to Devontae Adams, 1 to Puka Nacua, and another to Tyler Higbee. Kieran Williams added 114 rushing yards and a score as the Rams cruised to their 3rd straight win. For the Saints, Tyler Show managed just 176 passing yards and 1 late touchdown to Juwan Johnson. The offense never found rhythm, and the defense couldn't slow down the Rams' balanced attack. They had the points, but not enough of them, and the spread slipped away fast. So, did we cash or did we burn? We burned. Saints plus 114.5 goes down hard. The AI eats the loss and turns to the next matchup. It was the Chiefs and Bills at Highmark Stadium, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship and one of the most anticipated games of the week. Our AI pick for this matchup was Chiefs 1.5. The final score, Bills 28, Chiefs 21. This one belonged to Josh Allen. He threw for a touchdown and ran for 2 more, breaking Cam Newton's all-time quarterback rushing touchdown record along the way. James Cook added 114 yards on the ground as Buffalo's balanced offense kept Kansas City off rhythm. For the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes struggled under constant pressure, sacked 3 times and hit more than a dozen, finishing without a passing touchdown for the first time all year. A late drive with under 20 seconds left stalled near midfield, and a final heave to the end zone was batted down as time expired. They had chances, they had the ball last, but they didn't have the finish. So, did we cash or did we burn? We burned. Chiefs, 1.5 goes down as Buffalo controls the rematch.
Through the 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. slates, the system held its ground. The early window hit 5 wins, 3 losses. The afternoon finished 1 and 2, putting us at 6 wins, 5 losses heading into Sunday Night Football. A winning record on the day, and the model stays sharp. We'll wrap Week 9 with the primetime games, Sunday night and Monday night, menino. But for now, the system stands profitable and steady. If you're riding with us, like and subscribe, drop your favorite play in the comments, and stay locked in as we head into the night. Will we cash or will we burn? Der schwerste Regen fällt auf die, die den Unterschlupf vergessen haben. The heaviest rain falls on those who have forgotten the shelter. Discipline first, numbers second. Emotion, never.